In this video, I'll show you how I replaced my $250,000 tech salary in 3 months without going viral or getting lucky. And it all came down to one secret. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 3-step framework to harnessing this exact secret. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Bago, former NASA dev and Fortune 500 manager who walked away from it all to build my very own 7-figure consulting firm. Now, I help dozens of software engineers go from I don't know where to start to fully booked with clients making over $50,000 a month. Now, as you're watching this, right now your brain is probably compiling everything you think you know about sales and marketing to guess what the secret is. Well, let me just tell you what the secret is straight up. You see, the biggest thing that I realized was that people are not buying into my offer, but rather they are buying out of their situation. So my goal here is to show you a completely different reality. Thus, each of the 3 points are going to be consecutively better and better. So the first point has to be amazing enough to prove that this is actually worth your time. And with that, let's move on to the first point. The burning building. You see, your job isn't to be the best software engineer. It's to become the best firefighter for a very specific type of fire. Instead of listing your skills, you need to identify a single high-stakes business problem that is so painful the company leadership is actively losing sleep over it. And this is the burning building. They don't care who you are, they just want somebody to get them out of the building. So look back at your career. Where have you seen a project go so wrong that it threatened revenue, angered customers, or caused internal chaos? Was it a botched data migration? Maybe a legacy system that crashed every week? A massive security hole? Whatever the case, that is the burning building. So your specialty isn't necessarily Python. It would be something closer to I rescue e-commerce companies from catastrophic checkout failures. So this matters because it reframes you from a nice-to-have expense into an essential investment. The company isn't hiring a dev anymore. They are stopping the bleeding. So when you are the specialist for their specific crisis, price becomes a secondary concern to the speed of their escape. But just finding the fire isn't going to be enough, because you can't just show up with a bucket of water for an entire building that's on fire. You need to show them the pre-built, guaranteed fire escape. So this leads directly to the most crucial piece of the puzzle, which is to package the escape route. You see, once you've identified the burning building, you must now package your services as a clear, tangible escape route. This is the productized consultant model, but framed entirely around the exit. You aren't selling consulting hours. You're selling a fixed price, guaranteed solution to their crisis. So my first official package for AB Analytics, my data consulting firm, was a $25,000 6-week sprint. And it wasn't a vague promise of just help. It was a 6-week, step-by-step process to get them, the business, out of their situation with a guaranteed outcome. So you need to create your own package, and you can name it after the result. Just remember that it's a product, not necessarily a full-on service. And this is how you get paid for the value of the escape, not necessarily the hours that you put into the escape. So the escape from $1 million crisis is worth a lot more than just 40 hours of your time. And this model gives the client certainty in a time of chaos and allows you to scale your income without scaling your workload as a direct result of it. It is the single most effective way to beat their expectations with your reality. Now, the final step is to be the fire chief and not the salesman. You see, a fire chief doesn't make cold calls. They show up as the authority when there's an emergency. Your outreach should do the exact same. You need to create and share a blueprint that demonstrates your deep understanding of their specific fire, positioning yourself as the only logical person to call when the building catches fire. What I did for this was I wrote a case study about a few of my clients and I titled it, How You Can Make Smarter Decisions with Data. And I didn't talk about myself in those case studies, rather I talked about my clients' pain points and the path out from their pain point. Then I sent this to the founders and C-suite executives at companies that I knew had this exact same problem. The email was very simple. Hey, I saw you're dealing with this specific pain point. This is a huge challenge. I put together a blueprint on how to navigate it that might help your team. And here it is. So this strategy works because it aligns perfectly with their situation. You're not a vendor trying to sell something. You're an expert offering a map out of the crisis that they are currently in. It builds immediate trust and authority, ensuring that when they're ready to buy their way out, you're the only person that they can think of. So the secret is simple. Stop trying to sell your skills and start finding painful situations people will pay anything to escape from. The framework is as follows. Identify the burning building, the high-stakes problem that you're essentially an expert at solving. Package your solution as the escape route, essentially a clear, productized offer. And last but not least, act like the fire chief. Give away the blueprint to establish authority. So the moment I realized that people buy out of their problems, I stopped feeling like an imposter and actually started feeling like a rescuer of some sorts. And that's when my income and my impact just completely exploded exponentially. And I know the hardest part of this entire process is that first step, identifying a burning building that you can uniquely solve. It's a common pain point, and we're so used to listing our skills that seeing the problems can be a little bit difficult. So to help you with this, I've created a free guide called the CTC Cheat Sheet. It's a simple guide that will help you analyze your past experience and pinpoint the most valuable high-stakes problems that you're qualified to solve as of this moment right now. And you can use that to land your first client. Exact cheat sheet that I followed, so you can download it for free at the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.